Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the 2025 Volkswagen ID Buzz. This model is finished off in Cabana Blue Metallic and Candy White. MSRP start right around $63,000. Now this is a fully electric bus from Volkswagen. It is powered by a 91 kilowatt lithium ion battery paired to a single speed. This model here is rear wheel drive, so it has 282 horsepower, 413 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 is going to be in the mid 7-second range. Top speed is 99 miles an hour. It also has a total range of 234 miles for a single charge. Now, as we work our way to the exterior styling, it definitely has a bold and unique look. Look at the size of the massive Volkswagen badge right in the middle, where there's also LED lighting that's split off of both sides. So you'll notice the headlights, DRLs, and turn signals for those housings. This model also gets a forward-facing camera. There's all of the parking sensors, distance pacing sensor, and lots of cutouts to provide cooling to the components up front. Now there is one section that you can open up in the front. You have a little bit of access to wiper blade fluid, things like that. So not a whole lot up front. But now with the side, really cool, kind of old school design for the wheels, giving it a modern twist though. There's gloss black for the side mirrors that are power folding with a camera and a turn signal. This particular model does not have the full moonroof option, but that is an option that you can get. And then lots of glass running down the side. There's also the 3 unique trim accents just in the back section there. And then a very flat rear end design where there's third brake light up top, wiper blade in the lower section, LEDs for all the lighting, there's a backup camera, and all of the parking sensors too. Now you can open this up with a button down below, the key fob, or just kicking your foot, which is a great option. And then this model also has the optional bags. So you can lift up this solid tray here where you can remove these and place in some items as needed, hide them away, and you can stack items above that too. Now for the third row, just pull on the release in the lower section and you can fold those down. You can actually completely remove the third row too if you need a little bit more space. And of course you can fold down the second row seating too. So you have a lot of space for this vehicle to place in additional items, and then of course have people in this too. Now you can actually use the button on the key fob or just push on this button here on the inside of that grab handle. You can open and close the doors 2 different ways. You'll notice too, another Volkswagen Buzz logo on the side. And this has the bench seat for the second row. They do move forwards and backwards. Just pull on this handle though, and that's how you can slide it forwards to enter the third row, where you do have 2 seats. I have a good bit of legroom here. There's also some auxiliaries with storage up top, another Buzz down below, a little bit of storage there. And I have about a 1/2 inch of headroom or so. You have vents too, so it's not bad. Seats are a little bit upright though. It doesn't look like they recline, which would be a nice feature to see. And then you can easily lock the second row into place. And we have a lot of leg space for your second row passengers. There's also additional storage pockets behind the front seats. And you get some climate adjustments too with some more vents. And then I have a good bit of headroom. These are also heated, and you have a window control and auxiliaries in the middle section there. So you actually get a good bit of storage within the door itself. You can also use this button right here to close the door if needed. Now up front, you'll notice we have the same split design for the storage with a liftgate release. There's a release handle. You have 2 window adjustments. Just push on rear. That's how you can activate the rear 2 windows, and then you're back to the front once you deselect rear there. And then you also have your side mirror controls, power folding adjustment, and the heated option. Just rotate this dial, and that's how you can select what you would like to use. Now you do have memory seating adjustments for the power folding seats up front, and then a large step here, which makes it easy to enter and exit. Now, once we hop into this vehicle, it's basically ready to go. When I put my foot on the brake, you will notice the electronics will start up just like you were pushing a normal key. You don't have to use the engine start stop button, however, but you do need to push on it if you have the child lockout. So that way you can put this into gear and you are ready to go. Now this has a solid leather steering wheel, cruise control, volume, distance pacing. On the right side, there's the heated steering wheel adjustment. And then you have a few controls to go through. The digital gauge cluster, it's not all that configurable, but you can at least pull up some of this information here just to have those ready to go. Now on the left side, a little bit of storage with headlight adjustments, different modes for all of that. You have 1 air vent with this trim accent, and then that goes all the way to the passenger side. where we have the massive infotainment system now right in the middle. Everything is basically within this screen. So you have all these icons to go through, just depending on what you need to see. You have your seats, ambient lighting, different driving modes that you can get into as well. You can also get into your favorites, where you have all this information here, charging, auto hold. You also have an image here for the head-up display or for distance pacing. You can access your charging, get into the massaging seats to customize all of that. You can connect your phone here too. And then the lower section, you have heated and ventilated seat adjustments. You can get into the climate controls, so you can quickly go through that. There is a home button too right in the middle, so you can get back to this split view here. And you have temperature dials along with volume right in the middle. So you just swipe your finger left to right to activate all of that. Now this does have wireless charging with some auxiliaries. And then if we twist on this dial, this is how we can put it into reverse, where there's the backup camera, top-down view. You also have park assistance, so you can use that as needed. When you twist it forwards, you can pull up the forward-facing camera, and you have a few different angles to go through with both of these. And then park is located on the end of the stalk. Now there's air vents underneath that. You have power adjustments for the rear doors, so you can't shut that off and open them up manually. You do get 2 cup holders that you can hide away. And then you have storage in the front of the center console with storage up top. You have storage in the back side, and then you can also completely remove this if you would like that out of the way. Now you get more storage on the passenger side. It's in the glove box too. Rear view mirror and dome lights are up top. You also have armrests for your front passengers. And then here's a look at visibility. It's very easy to see. You have a lot of glass in both directions, and then a lot of glass up front too. And we're still in sport mode. Here we go. You can definitely feel the torque that this van has. So it has plenty of get up and go to it, even with just a rear wheel drive model here. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the Volkswagen Buzz. Let's take another look at visibility from the driver's seat looking out. It's definitely a unique outlook that takes a little bit of time to get used to, but it gives you a lot of light and a lot of visibility over both sides here. It's a very comfortable car, like I've mentioned. Maybe only one downside I will say is that everything is incorporated into the screen. There's no real physical buttons, but I do like that there's at least temperature and radio adjustments that you can slide your finger. It just takes a little bit of time getting used to those adjustments versus an actual physical control, but at least that's not within the screen. So those are kind of important things to see. Everything else is in the screen though, but it's not too confusing to access. A quick glance down just to get through what you need. It's pretty easy to go through. But hopefully you can tell it's very quiet. It's definitely a fun vehicle to drive, something that's unique. So if you're looking for something a little bit more on the rare side, we'll see how these triculate into customer sales since they are just released. But it's a unique vehicle. It's definitely fun to drive, and it's smooth too. There's no modes for the suspension or anything. It's mainly just the throttle response and input that you would like, but it's a pretty smooth vehicle to drive, and it handles well for its weight. Now, it's not a vehicle you're going to take around turns at high rates of speed, of course, but we have some twisties up here that we can at least see what it's like with the handling. You would think with a tall vehicle like this, there'd be a lot of body roll, but it seems pretty composed for just a normal speed here. So it's nice how composed feeling it is for how tall it is at the same time, but it has a really long wheelbase too to kind of make up for that. So if you are in the market for a fully electric bus/van, this ID Buzz is a great option, bringing the old school into a modern look with this latest model from Volkswagen. So definitely take a look at one. You have a lot of exterior color options too. You don't have to get the two-tone. You can get just solid colors if you would like to. So plenty of options for this model. But that's going to wrap it up for the 2025 Volkswagen ID Buzz Pro S Plus. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.